Hey, what's good? It's J Dub. I'm back at it, and this is a reaction video coming off a loss to the Dallas Cowboys just today. And what can you say? I mean, you got to score touchdowns to win. You know, sometimes there's those special moments where the field goal gods will help you out and let you win a game, kicking nothing but field goals. Especially when you have when the other team comes with no kicker to the game. So that's when the field goal gods like to bless you when those strange moments like that. But in this game, we were a field goal kicking team, and because we didn't have no touchdowns, that ultimately cost us the game, among other things. And I mean, we can't sit here and blame the coaching staff. I thought Brian Dable called a good game. I thought Shane Bowen, for the most part, called a good game. He made the defense was in the right coverages. I thought there was opportunities. I thought Kayvon had a good game defensively and offensively. Like I said, Brian Dable called a good game. I like the plays we were running. I like the opportunities we were getting. We were giving our receivers opportunity to catch and run. Daniel Jones wasn't making a lot of mistakes up until the end, but that was kind of one of those you got to take a shot down the field type of mistakes. So I mean, I can live with that. But overall, it was a talent disparity. Let's be real. The Dallas Cowboys had more talent than we did. Their skill players stepped up in a way that our skilled players couldn't necessarily step up. So their receiver got off for a touchdown, beat our cornerback and in our safety, and scored a touchdown. And their running back was able to score a touchdown off a screen, which I thought was a holding call on that screen. But it is what it is. The refs are going to do what they do. They're gonna fuck up drives for us in the beginning. Calling the face mask on the wrong player. They're gonna do what they do. What else is new? But we in the overall it just came down to talent. Their quarterback is better than our quarterback, even though I didn't think Dak didn't have a lights out day. Our defense actually held up pretty well overall. Kept them at 20, kept us in the game to where we had an opportunity to win. But again, you got to score touchdowns to win. Your talent has to step up and score touchdowns. Malik Neighbors had a great game. He made like 12 catches, over 100 yards, but he didn't get in the end zone. Because he didn't have any opportunities to get in the end zone because we kept getting stopped when we were driving down the field and getting to the 30, getting to the 20, even getting near the goal line. We couldn't punch it in, so we were just settling for field goals all day, and then came and bit us in the butt in the second half. Well, we couldn't punch it in at any point. So that's what it comes down to. It's unfortunate, that we gotta sit here and look at the talent on our team and say, yo, we need to improve in a lot of areas. But that's where we're at as a football team. We don't have enough. It is what it is. We got. I mean, it was like I said, it was a well played game overall by us, but it's just our talent was just not able to get us through the Dallas Cowboys, which is a team that's had our number for years at this point. And then that's due to a lot of things, a lot of bad drafting, bad coaching, bad GMs, just ineptitude with our franchise, But now we're moving in the right direction, but there's still other things that we need to improve on. Unfortunately, one of those things is quarterback. Watching this game with Daniel Jones, I mean, if you can't see this by now, that he's not the franchise quarterback, then I don't know what to tell you. I just don't. Granted, he wasn't making a lot of mistakes, but he wasn't making those big time plays that we needed in this type of game in order to win. When he got to the point where he needed to make a play, make that big play to get kind of us in a position to score, he couldn't do it. And whenever we needed a big throw, or we had a shot down the field, or whenever we do it, just throughout the season, actually, whenever we had a big shot down the field, he underthrew it every time. He's underthrown that play. I don't know why, or he'll miss on it. I don't know why. He can make the short and intermediate throw, but the deep throw is not his thing. And so that just tells you right there that I don't think this is going to be the quarterback of our future, as much as he's trying to be that guy. He's working. He works hard. He he just does the right things. He does the right things, and he's just you gotta appreciate, and you appreciate what he brings to the table, as far as trying to run and trying to be a leader on this team. But when we look at it, we need something. We need something a little bit better at the quarterback position. So I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how we play the season out, with him, and how we move forward with him, and what we think about him, and where he goes from here, as far as just if he can, if there's a possibility that he can improve as quarterback, because it really just boils down to he has to be able to make those big time throws. He can make the throws, the check down throws, and some of the intermediate throws that that'll get us a first down, but we need the throws that can score us touchdowns, especially against a team like Dallas, and especially against some of the teams we're going to be playing in these next few weeks. The Seattles, the Steelers, with like great defenses that are gonna that's gonna really tighten the window on those throws and the run game. And that's another thing. The run game was just non-existent. That's another reason why we lost, because we didn't have a run game, have an established run game. We were trying to establish a run game, but Dallas came to this game trying to prove a point that they had a run defense. So, just kind of the narrative throughout the week didn't help, us, as far as just trying to be able to establish a run, because I think they made a concerted effort to establish a run. That's probably why we had so many opportunities to kind of get Wan'Dale Robinson and Malik Neighbors the ball, and it's because they were kind of fixated on stopping the run. So, is what it is. And then it also kind of goes into our running back situation with Devin Singletary. Devin Singletary is a serviceable running back, but let's just be real. He's not Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley would have he would have broke a couple of those runs that he had to the sideline. He would have got us some 10 or 20 yard chuck runs that we actually needed in this game. So, just understanding that, granted, we know as a fan base we didn't appreciate that he didn't want to take the contract that we offered him, and to where we had to go shuffle and give Daniel Jones the money that we were trying to give him, but it wasn't enough for him because he felt like he was a franchise back and he deserved the Christian McCaffrey money. And then now the media wants to point fingers at us, saying that we let him go, but we really didn't. We just pretty much we offered him money, he didn't take it. We gave it to the quarterback, and he put us in a position where we had to franchise tag him, and we couldn't do nothing with him at that point. We had to move forward. We had to go in a different direction, and so we had to get his money elsewhere, and go where he actually wanted to go, was in Philadelphia. 'Cause that's where he wanted to go. Let's be real. He didn't really want to be a Giant. He say the right things in the media and do all that, but he wanted to be a Philadelphia Eagle. So that's what he got. So he's where he's at. He's happy. We got to move on as an organization, but this is the type of game that it would have been nice to have a Malik Neighbors as a receiver and a Saquon Barkley as a running back. Just like it would have been nice to have Odell Beckham Jr. as a receiver and Saquon Barkley as running back. But, we have GMs that think they can reinvent the wheel and make water out of wine, and so they want to trade Odell to Cleveland. Even though that Cleveland pick did turn into the Dexter Lawrence, who actually was doing this thing. He was doing the best he can. They was double and triple teaming him today. Kayvon Thibodeau, like I said, had a good game. Brian Burns had a somewhat quiet game. He had a couple plays, but ultimately he was quiet today. It was just wasn't a solid enough day for us to win the football game. We got to do better. That's just what it boils down to. We have to do better to win football games. We got to score touchdowns to win football games. We got to play better defense. We can't give up. We can't give up big plays. And early in the game, we played better in the second half, but it was a little too late. So we got to bet. They got a kicker that can kick accurately from 60 yards. So we got to watch out. Those things we got to look at and we got to get better at. A lot of different things. We got to clean that up throughout the season. But now it's going to be interesting. We're a 1-3 team right now, and we got a game. We got a 10 days rest coming off the Thursday night game. Then we go to Seattle, and I'm gonna be at that game. Just so y'all know, I'm gonna be in the building in the Seattle game, and then that game's gonna be the game that's gonna probably either make me feel a little better about this team. We somehow find a way to win, or it's going to make me feel like we can't, like we need to go and we need to start looking towards going into a different direction as far as just trying to get ourselves a top 3 pick and doing things that are going to help us improve our team. So we'll see how that goes, because Seattle's another team that actually has our number. I've been to many of Seahawk and Giants games, and we ain't come out on the winning end in too many of those. So that's just they're another team like the Cowboys that seem to have our number, but we got to see what we can do. 10 days rest. They're gonna be coming off a Monday night game. There's an opportunity for us to come in there and take a game, but then again, who knows? We gotta. There's a lot of execution things that we need to clean up, and a lot of looking in the mirror and kind of seeing like, okay, what kind of football team are we, and how do we improve moving forward? So it's gonna it's just a lot. It's just we gotta do better. We gotta be able to compete in the season. But we did compete today, so I'm not gonna be too hard on it because at least we didn't get smacked by we didn't put 40 on us like they did twice last year. So at least we actually showed that we're improving, and the offensive line is improving and giving Daniel Jones time to throw the ball, and we're trying to get the defense lines putting pressure and not getting beat on everything. As you can see the improvements with the defense, and it just all things that this is kind of one of those years that we gotta find our identity. I think we're having somewhat of an identity crisis at this moment, and trying to figure out how do we create our identity in that, and how does that identity translate to winning football games. So pretty much that's where we're at. So we'll see how the rest of the season goes from here. I'm not too bummed out from the loss. If we got blown out, I'll be having a completely different tune as far as where we're at. But at the same time, we didn't score any touchdowns, so it's just like kind of tough pill to swallow from a fan standpoint of watching this game. So, but we'll see what happens. We got 10 days rest. We'll see what the coaches how they bounce back from this. 1-3 is kind of it's kind of a bad spot to be in. 4 games into the season, but at the end of the day, you can string together a few wins and put yourself in good position, because this could be one of those years where a 500 record or 500 or a sub 500 record or a little or above average record can get you in the playoffs. So you never know. It just depends on how we approach the rest of the season, and how our team improves from here. So we'll see how things go. But I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to get too deep into it. It's just a bummer that we took an L on this game. I was hoping we can kind of break the cycle a little bit of losing to Dallas, but it's not time for that yet. Now we got to wait until the Thanksgiving game to see, and hopefully we can pull something together during that game and win a football game. Hopefully we're healthy at that point to be able to kind of see if we can either win that game, or we could be in tank mode at that point as well. So you never know, depending on how many games we lose between now and then. It is what it is. An L is an L. Whether it be by 40 points or by 5 points, it's a loss, and we got to eat that. So anyway, peace out. Hope you guys have a great night. Hope you all enjoy the content. I'm gonna do this again. Hopefully, the Seattle game doesn't get too chaotic, and you guys see me on here losing my mind, because I might be a little bit more upset if bad things happen, or I might be a real happy camper. If we can kind of pull out a win in that game. But I'll be there. I'll be in the building. I might do some shorts while I'm there. Be kicking with the family Seahawks fans. So I'm just gonna be the Lone Ranger. And I'm good with that. I've always been good with that. Like I said, I live out here in Seattle, Tacoma area, and I've been a Giants fan. I've been 10 toes down with the Giants out here. I like the Seahawks. Regardless, they're the home team at the end of the day. But I'm a Giant for life. You know, that's been my team since I was a kid. So I'm gonna rock with them to the wheels fall off. You know, and even when the wheels fall off, you know, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be out there trying to put the wheels back on and get us back on the road. You know, that's what being a fan is all about. It's loyalty and integrity. You know, you gotta hold it down for your team in the good times and the bad. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great night. I salute y'all. Till next time. Peace.